Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I told you guys we are back on the ball with uploading content daily, and there's a lot to talk about. Fu Xuan is first up on that list. We are less than a week away from her release, and I'm sure you guys want to hear my thoughts on her, updated from the last time I spoke about her. Full disclosure for the people who always come in the comment section saying, I don't care about meta, I'm pulling her because I like her. We know, all right? This video is not about pulling her because you like her. It's about account value and people who are actually trying to make a critical decision for maybe their free-to-play or budget account on whether they should pick up Fu Xuan. So if you're not interested in that, go ahead and click off the video, because nothing is more cringe than the person who comes in the comment section saying, why do you guys care about this stuff anyway? Just pull who you like. No shit, Sherlock. But some people do care about it. Some people ain't got money floating around. All right, John, calm down. Don't be an asshole. Let's get into it. Fu Xuan. What is it going to take for her to be a banger unit? Well, she's a sustainer in the sustainer role. So you have to do more than sustain. You can't just be a sustainer. If all you're doing is sustaining, you're in the back with Amber. Nobody cares about that. Get your ass in the back with Kaya. All right. But if you can sustain and cleanse and debuff and provide buffs to the team and deal DPS and be skill point friendly, you get where I'm going with all this? The reason Lorcha is broken is because he's very skill point friendly. He can sustain by himself, and he also is able to cleanse and debuff. There, he cleanse your party and debuff the enemy. Those are four very valuable things for a sustainer role. Now, we already know with Fu Xuan that she can sustain the team, mitigate a significant portion of their damage, allowing aggro-induced characters such as Tingyun, Yukong, Pella, Asta, you name them, to be much more tankier and resilient to getting clapped and one-tapped. So we also already know she can give a crit rate boost to the entire party. We know that she can heal herself when her health gets low. We know that she has the coolest animations in the entire game. What else can she do though? What is gonna actually make you think I need to pick this character up? If she can do everything Lorcha can do and better, anything you can do, I can do better. Then obviously you want to pick her up, because now you have two god tier sustainers. Now, I've said this before. I think the only thing preventing Fu Xuan from being the most valuable unit in the entire game is the fact that Silverwolf can allow you to run certain compositions against synergies you would not be able to run them against if you did not have her on the team. So Fu Xuan, unfortunately, can never top a unit that's just that broken in terms of value. It's too much comfort, it's too much convenience, and you don't even need to invest in her heavily. So what do I need Fu Xuan to do? I need her to be very skill point friendly, just like Lorcha. I need her to be able to do some kind of toughness breaking damage. That is incredibly valuable on a sustainer. So if she can do some good toughness, we have to do hypothetically speaking, by the way, because we can't talk about leaks and things that have not been revealed. So we have to do hypothetically speaking. She has to be able to do good toughness, because that's great for a sustainer role. She's a quantum unit, so if she can break shields, that means she works with break effect, and we all know how broken break effect Silverwolf is. So that's one thing that I would like to see her have. The other thing is, can she also debuff the enemy? If she can't, that's going to take a point away from Fu Xuan's value. However, if she can heal the party as a preservation unit, that's going to be incredibly broken, and it's going to far outweigh her lack of ability to debuff the enemy, if that makes sense. How much damage can she do? From a sustainer role, she doesn't need to do the most damage on planet Earth. She doesn't need to do secondary DPS damage. She just needs to do a notch under that. If she's hitting auto attacks for 10k and ulting for 20 to 30k, that is a banger unit that's sustaining, that's healing, that's cleansing, and also dealing damage, right? So if they can do all of those things, that is a unit that is absolutely going to be in the divine tier. Now, one value that we cannot take away whatsoever is her synergy with Silverwolf. Because she's a quantum unit, there's more value than you probably know to realize. One of the issues I run into with Jing Yuan and Silverwolf, I love running my Jing Yuan with a Silverwolf and a Tingyun, because it allows me to run that composition against, again, synergies I would not be able to run it to otherwise. But I always want to run Lorcha on that comp, and I can't, because if I do, that's a third element inside of the team composition, which screws up Silverwolf's application of the element I prefer, which is generally quantum or lightning. But Fu Xuan is also quantum. So she can be my fourth sustainer on a Silver Wolf induced composition and not screw up the application preferred by Silver Wolf Z. So that's another big value of Fu Xuan. And another thing that we cannot take away from her is the new content, the Swarm Disaster Simulator universe. We don't know if this thing is going to constantly get updates and turn into some type of repetitive mode where we're able to constantly receive challenging content. Because if that is the case, Fu Xuan is at the very top of that list in terms of value. The mitigation of the majority of the damage you take is just too invaluable for a mode such as that. Do not pick a unit up like her. If she's mitigating over 70% of your damage received and then also healing, then god damn. In a simulated universe where they punching harder than adult guns, rock, paper, rock, we needs a unit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that's very valuable of Fu Xuan. Future proof. How can she be power crept? Well, there's always a possibility of power creep, there is, but a unit who is able to sustain and support and deal DPS, possibly cleanse, possibly cleanse the whole party. Well, damn, you know what I mean? If she can do that, yeah, that's all I need. She's coming home, no doubt about it. So those are my thoughts on Fu Xuan. Obviously, when she comes out, we'll drop all the guides we need and showcases we need to show you how she really performs. As usual, day one of her release, I'm probably going to be dropping all kinds of content. But you guys let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear your feedback as well. And as always, I hope I brought you some insight, some entertainment, some good critical thought-induced conversation. Take care, peace, love, and happiness. I'll catch you on the flip side.